Peace. What's up, everybody? It is the guy, Anti-Simp, back with a new video. I want to talk about 3 questions that I've seen on the internet that I feel like that it don't really have a thorough breakdown from the realm of the game. Like, I don't think there's been enough game in the answer to the questions. What is wrong with being a simp? What does it mean if you're simping, and how do you stop simping? These are 3 questions that I've seen so far, many times trending, or pretty much popping everywhere, and people aren't really giving it a proper explanation. I don't feel like they've given it enough game. I don't think they've thoroughly answered these questions, so that's what I'm going to do right now. So let's get started. What is wrong with being a simp? Well, the problem with being a simp is men aren't supposed to be submissive to women. It's not masculine. It's not a masculine trait. You know, women who are 100% feminine, cooperative, you know, they practice their femininity every day. They are feminine and submissive, cooperative. Just, you know, I don't got no more than that. I don't know how to actually like say that like this, but I just know women who are 100% submissive do not find attraction in submissive men. They just don't. They like masculinity and dominance in a man. So if you're a guy who, you know, wants to be with a woman who's sweet, who's, you know, kind, generous, feminine, and submissive, you're gonna have to basically, you know, stop simping. You're gonna have to. I mean, there is some areas in life in which these are things that you could probably. Actually, I'm not even sure there. I'm not sure there because, like, I was gonna say that there are some areas in life in which you could probably, you know, switch roles or whatever the case is, but honestly, if a woman is switching roles with you, then she's not really 100% submissive. She can, matter of fact, if she can switch roles, more than likely she's only submissive or partially submissive in the bedroom. Otherwise, she might be a woman that likes to take charge, and that can vary if you like that type of stuff or not. You know, it doesn't make you any less of a man, you know, to like when women take charge sometimes, but that's like that type of I'm talking about BDSM basically, and but I'm going way too far off. So back to what I was saying. I didn't mean to go off, so like don't you know, trip about it. But basically, within the realm of just typical dating and relationships, the problem with being submissive is men aren't supposed to be submissive. That's all there is to it. That's what's wrong with being a simp. Men aren't supposed to be submissive to women. Now the next question would be basically, what does it mean if you're simping? And realistically, it could mean a number of things. I'm gonna list a couple of them, and you can see if they apply to you. If not, you could always check out my video, "Are You a Simp?" or 8 signs that you are a simp. So, one of the ways, one of the meanings, if you will, what could it mean if you're simping? It could mean that you're not putting yourself first. It could mean that you're putting yourself beneath women. It could also be that you are seeking female validation. It could also mean that actually it means that you lack self-love. It could mean that. It actually does mean that you lack self-love. You have low self-esteem. It could also mean that you lack the natural impulse to reject ideals that led you to being a simp or led you to simping. And another thing, you could be tolerating disrespect. That could also mean that's another meaning behind it. That's what it could mean. Now, to answer the question, how do you stop simping? How to stop simping? And I'm not gonna say that this question is easy, because simping is a learned behavior. I've said it in a previous video that simping is a learned behavior, and that if you wanted to, you have to unlearn the behavior. But In order for you to stop simping, you have to put yourself first. When you put yourself first, you can never be a simp. As a matter of fact, you fall into the realm or the mind state of someone who is anti-simp. When you put yourself first, you can never be a simp. One of the biggest steps to self-love you can make is to put yourself first. You have to be fed up with coming in second. You have to be fed up being in the friend zone, being used by women in non-reciprocal relationships. Stop seeking female validation. Stop being afraid of being unapologetically masculine. Stop being afraid to lose women. Don't be afraid to cut a woman off for violating your principles. She has 3 days to get back to you, or else delete that number, man. Delete her number, man. Never tolerate disrespect from women. Stand on your principles. And lastly, if it doesn't benefit you, fuck it. If putting yourself first benefits her as well, it's all the better. That's all I really got to it. That's all it is to it. I don't mean to make it sound simple, because as I said, simping is a learned behavior. And if you wanted to basically unlearn simping behavior, you're going to have to put yourself first. And that can be difficult. You know, you've had years of basically you putting women ahead of you, you doing things for them, and they basically treated you, you know, like with lack of respect. Remember that episode of Family Matters? This is the episode in which Steve pretty much stood up to Laura. You know, she messed up. She was supposed to be going to like some type of college thing, and she needed a ride. He offered to help her out. She broke his car, and then they were stuck in a rinky-dink motel. And when they were stuck in that rinky-dink motel, she basically treated him like he was garbage. And he didn't like that. She told him like she had a big bed in this hotel, and she was gonna make him sleep on the floor. And he wasn't feeling that. He was like, you know, what about me? You know, you got this big bed, let's share it. She said, no. You know, he was like, he got real upset. You know, when y'all get a chance, I think Family Matters is on Hulu. So if you would like to check it out, you know, you probably should check out the episode. It's like one of the most, I think it's one of the best episodes of the whole show. You know, I hated that it went on for so long. And I'm looking for it right now, just so you can, here it is. Hold on. Let me see, which episode was this? This was It Didn't Happen One Night. That's the name of the episode. I'm trying to find out what season. I know it was video requires payment to watch. Okay, season 5, episode 2. So it went on for at least till season 9. So about it's about 4 seasons behind. And that's kind of terrible because actually you could probably watch it on YouTube if you have the YouTube partnership. But I'm not trying to make this video very long. But in that video, you know, Laura was being a real cunt. You know. She was being real mean to Steve, and eventually he just stood up to her. She had him sleeping on some type of I don't know what it was, but she didn't want to share the bed with him. She acted like she was disgusted by him, and I ain't never really seen Steve do something like totally disgusting in which like he seemed unclean. It's like, did you ever hang around him and thought he stunk or something? Because he's like a guy that took care of himself. He just had on high water pants and suspenders, and he was kind of a geek, you know. But she was real mean to him. She didn't want to share the bed. She had him sleeping on something in which that was gonna mess up his back, or you know, he wasn't gonna sleep right. And he was like, you know, well, what should I do? You know, let's share the bed. She told him nah, and that she snapped on him, talking about, you know, you can sleep in the tub for all I care. And you know, Steve is somebody who, I know I said that you gotta have high you have a lack of self-love, whatever the case is. But Steve would confidently display his lack of self-love. You know, he would be confidently about getting rejected by this woman. That has to be some type of inner self-hate. But he would basically put his head down in shame, and then he walked into the bathroom of the hotel, and he was gonna sleep in the tub. And then he manned up, he got some balls, and he basically was like, no, you sleep in the bathtub. And then he like just went in on her, like, I didn't mess up, you did. You the one that slept late. I offered to help you out. You messed up my car. You took all my savings to fix the car, and then now we're in this hotel in which we wouldn't even be in if you didn't mess up. And you trying to tell me that we can't share this bed together? Like, no. And then she like eventually she asked him for forgiveness. She apologized, and but he demanded to be treated with self-respect. And even though him being mad at her didn't last very long, because he's Steve Urkel, and they gotta basically sell the plot of the show. Just have this dork chasing her around, even though by the I don't know, sometime I think any normal TV show would have had the guy who got rejected eventually move on to somebody else. Like, he could have just moved on to Myra, but the whole time he still just had feelings with Laura. Don't do that to yourselves. If it doesn't benefit you, fuck it. Now, if you putting yourself first benefits her, then that's good for her. But if not, fuck her. You can't be afraid to be losing women. And I'm telling you, like, I'm somebody who has basically done things that's for me. Women have come to my pages, and I've met women through my pages. And they know what my plans are. They know what my goals are. I tell them what they are, and they be wanting to be a part of it. So that's me doing me. That's me putting myself first, my goals and my dreams. So if I say, I want to take over the world, then, she wants to be a part of it and help me. That's great. That's me looking out for me first. That's me putting me first. And then, her realizing my ambitions and my goals is also something that she likes as well. She wants to be a part of it. How can she help out? That's dope. That's like the icing on the cake or whatever cases. But do not put yourself second. If it doesn't benefit you, fuck it. And that's all the time that I have for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. But however, if you like the video, I want you guys to give it a thumbs up. I want you to share it with all of your homies. Share it with all your friends. If you're a woman, I have a percentage of women checking out my channel. So if you got some guys that are simping right now, you should share this video with them if you agree with it. If not, then you're not my demographic anyway, and probably neither is he. But if you'd like to support the channel, you can definitely go into the description. I got links to everywhere. You can donate to the channel, either via CashApp or I might add a PayPal. I don't know, but you can donate to the channel via CashApp, Bitcoin if you felt like it. My website, if you'd like to get some anti-simp shirts and hats, I got that stuff on the website. Also a link in the description. Also my book is down there, so as you are going on your anti-simp journey, you could actually read my book, and you can also check out the reviews on Amazon, just in case you question whether or not you should get it. But I got some pretty decent reviews on Amazon, and I got some reviews that aren't on Amazon. But the point is that go on your anti-simp journey. Put yourself first, and if it doesn't benefit you, fuck it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.